After work is what determines your future. Spend 1 hour per day doing these 5 things in your life forever. You finish work at 6 p.m. Go to bed at 12 midnight. Within these 6 hours, how do you spend them? Watching TV? In fact, the activities you do between 6 a.m. and 12 midnight, the importance of it is beyond your imagination. Too many people believe that your career is determined by the 8 hours of hard work and effort you put at work. And your future and your career progression depend on the boss and the company. But the reality is that for most people, these things you are on your own. Read on. Cultivation is forever dependent by yourself. If you found yourself not progressing in life, you cannot blame and put the responsibility on your company for not grooming you. 1. What you do every night is important. My major in college was marketing, but I expect to become a designer. So I practiced day and night, picking up some freelance work to improve my design skills. It took me a long time. When I became a boss, I no longer need to involve myself in design work. So I went back to the marketing field. Every day when my children are sleeping, I began learning to gain more knowledge. This again took me a long time, but I begin to realize my returns. If I rely on my working hours to gain skills, then I will never have become a creative director and a product manager, or like today, teaching MBA students on marketing. What I rely on is myself giving myself lessons, and the most successful people I knew walked the same path as I am. I have a friend who is a history graduate, but he is interested in technical sales. In the day he does telemarketing. At night he learns how to code. Finally, he became the vice president of sales in a startup company. Now he's a CTO. I have another friend. He received a degree in political science, but he's very interested in entrepreneurship. He learned a lot of knowledge on how to start up a company. Eventually, he founded a company and sold it. Now he has reaped the rewards. For them, what they do between 6 p.m. till 12 midnight is what determined their future. Clearly, we need to balance life and work. If you have a wife and children, every night you have to stay with them. Even if you are single, you also need a reasonable allocation of time to go to the gym, to meet your friends, or be alone to meditate, and so on. Of course, watching movies, playing games is good, but there are things you do not need to do. For example, watching the new season of a Netflix drama. 14 hours per week watching television. This is the average amount of time watching television. The time spent playing the game Candy Crush or spending time stalking your high school alumni on Facebook. It does not seem to be good. So what should you do? 2. Read more. Anything will do. My college mentor was born in Alabama, a poor African family. He was admitted to West Point Military Academy. He became the first person in the family to go to college. Before going to Harvard for his MBA, he was a trained officer. When I met him, he has already developed his career in the of Colorado Springs. I asked him what his biggest success. He replied, because he kept the habit of reading and he never stopped. He believed that if you want to get what you want in life, knowledge is the key. He often asked his interviewees, what book are they reading now? The excellent ones can give an answer immediately. Reading can give you a good head start. This is often what your peers cannot obtain. Compared to others, you are more likely to know other industries and tactics, and that might be helpful to your company. You can transfer your knowledge within the organization, create new possibilities for your company. Moreover, your conversation topics will become more interesting. Anthony Robbins said, if you spend 1 hour a day to learn about a topic, a year later, in this regard, the knowledge you gain will be more than 99.99% of the world's people. Even if you have 30 minutes every night, each week you can easily read a book. You might not be an expert, but I promise you will know more than what your peers know. 3. Do some projects. You can apply the knowledge learned to real work scenario. This is only an ideal state. If your company did not give you this opportunity, create opportunity for yourself. You can do some volunteers projects. They can bring you fame. Working with a team, you will understand how things work. In the practical application of the industry, and how it ultimately affects actual customers. You will learn how to perform the tasks and meet deadlines, and get feedbacks on what you are doing, and benefit from it. When you are not strong enough, this experience might not have any value to you, but you are still a novice. These experiences are far more valuable than the miserable pay you are getting. If you can really convince others of your pocket of fruits of labor, then go try it. But do not let these private jobs affect your work. 4. Actively build your connections. In your career path, A strong network of connections will make everything accelerate. If you have not set up your own personal connections, you will need to divide a portion of your time to do this. A strong network of relationships can enable you contact smart friends and learn their opinions. Get information and knowledge that are difficult to obtain. Help the company look for more potential partners or income-generating opportunities. Go get to know your work colleagues or boss. If you are an entrepreneur, your network connection will be your early customers. Your staff are a source of capital. Rather than go home or going to a bar, you should find some inner circles. There are many small groups which are highly relevant to your career. You should try to integrate into these circles. Every week, you can drink coffee together with new friends, go drinking, or have breakfast. You can also look into everyone's career development on LinkedIn and establish a network with mentors on those professional industries. They might be your next job employer, who knows? Your connection will be your most powerful asset in the workplace. Since you have time to watch The Voice of China, you have time to build a social network. 5. The change of your life starts tonight. 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. you go home physically and mentally tired. You are free to do anything and do not have to take orders from others. During this time, you can switch off like switching off your computer at your workplace. Switch off your brain. But you can also do something make you smarter, stronger. You had a wider network of people. From the start tonight, take an hour a day to do these things. I guarantee that after a year, your career and life will change.